Does everyone know what time it is? Yeah! That's right. It's time for a...
Back.
Welcome, guys, to Dallas Beer Talk. I'm your host, Drew, and I like beer.
I fucked up.
Victor's over here pouring a beer. He's a little occupied, but we got Kirsty here.
Hey, guys.
We got the Dominican Puerto Rican combo, the Latin man with the most, Victor Santana, and the main man behind the mic, the mystery man. What's your name again? No, I'm just kidding. Ziggy. We got
Today's
Ziggy.
show is brought to you by So Soda. So Soda. It's okay.
So.
That's right.
We talk about we start opening about talking about questioning sexuality. For people who have ever seen Me, Myself, and Irene, you guys remember that when I first came out?
No, not when it came out.
Oh my god, I saw the movie theaters. Two things.
How old were you?
I was like 11 or 12.
Oh,
when did that movie come out?
Who let you go to the movie theater to see that? That's...
Oh, my family.
Loving parents.
Guys, that movie is pre 9/11. It came out in 2000.
Oh my god.
What, I was like 10?
So you little 10-year-old self. No wonder you're like, dang, does a dick get that big?
Yeah, so there was a scene in Me, Myself, and Irene where he's sitting in the passenger side. And I'm sitting in the movie
Mark
theater
down
watching
that timestamp, Andrew. We're gonna pull that as a sound bite.
No, so my little fat ass is sitting there watching it, and there's a scene where he's sitting in the car, and his like dick just keeps growing, like getting closer to his knee. And I look at my dick. I was like, "Yo, it doesn't get that big. What's going on?"
Give a little flick, like, "Come on, man, come on."
Like, man, am I missing out? Like, what's going on? No, the honest truth is this: I was talking to this girl years ago. When I was in high school, I grew up in an all-black neighborhood. I thought I had a micro penis because almost every other guy was slanging like solid 10, 11, is just
hitting the helicopter,
just slanging. They say every time you go there to get out the shower at gym, but the motherfucker just slanging dick.
Oh man!
So for a long time, I thought I had a micro penis. But anyway, a lot of questions in my youth. A lot of questions. Don't have a micro penis, by the way.
Ladies,
not
hit him
close.
up, ladies.
Came to Texas, were you like...
Yeah, I was showing off.
Throw it on the table. See that?
I am showing off right now. No, when I went to Asian high school, I was definitely showing out. I was definitely showing out. No, but the original point of this is there was a scene in Me, Myself, and Irene where he goes after having like a crazy sex night. He wakes up out of a drunken stupor, and then he is like he goes takes a piss and he starts peeing everywhere. Mind you, I'm 10 years old, never had sex before, and everybody's dying laughing in movie theaters. And I'm trying to figure why is that so funny.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I started questioning myself as like, am I gay? Because all I kept thinking about was like, why is he peeing all weird with his penis, and then why is my dick not as big as his? Weird youth. I was a weird little man.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
But you figured it out.
Yeah.
I did figure it out.
You figured out why he was peeing weird.
Yeah, definitely.
Good job.
Definitely figured it out. I mean, just last year though, but it took me long enough. That's what it was. It took me long enough. But what's going on with you guys? How's everybody's week going?
Much better than last week. No more 10, 12-hour shifts. So happy.
I thought you were on vacation.
Missed you last week.
I wish I was making bank for a vacation.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
yeah,
taking
that's
it
what I
out?
tell myself.
Yeah.
No, I
No.
actually didn't make bank.
That was a lie. It's all going into the house. How's your house stuff going?
It's going good. They just started all the pre-foundation work,
Nice.
or I guess more of it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go check it out tonight. Actually.
What's the like the deadline or like the
December.
expected- December.
So,
Really?
Yeah,
Around the
it's
corner.
far away.
But it's not
Christmas
it's not
at y'all's
far.
house.
It's right around the
6 months
corner.
away.
That's right around.
I've been looking since January.
No, you've been looking, but they just started building, right?
Yeah.
So that's right around the corner.
That's not too
It's
bad.
not too bad.
You guys are having a pool too, is what I understand? All right,
Pool
cool.
parties
So,
for sure.
sounds
Christmas pool party in December?
Yeah.
Is it a heated pool? Like, how much do I have to chip in to have a heated pool?
No. We ain't that rich.
Can we start a GoFundMe to have like a
Yeah.
jacuzzi going? Or how is that?
Like, I
I
want a
mean, yeah,
heated
go
pool.
fund me. Let's go for it.
Like, no, I'll chip into this heated pool investment. Like, as long as I'm invited,
Right.
Yeah, of course.
I'll chip into this.
Bring some beer.
He's gonna be there every day.
Pay for
Yeah.
my
About
pool.
that.
In the winter, yeah, me and Samantha.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Sweet. You missed out on Samantha. You didn't get to meet Samantha last week.
Samantha was here.
Yeah, she was on
Yeah.
the show.
I wish we could have like propped her up in a chair, but she was asleep
Yeah.
on the floor.
Yeah, she's a good dog. Like, she walks around if I let her. But there were so many wires here, so I just told her to sit, and she just went like, I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's awesome. On the couch.
No, she slept right here. She doesn't like to be. If I'm in the room, she's next to me. If I'm not here, she probably would have slept on the couch.
It's a good dog.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. But
She's good.
you're a jerk because I wasn't here.
I am a
That
jerk.
was the
I am
one
definitely.
No.
time
Who
you
is
were gonna
he? The
bring
jerk?
him. Yeah. I'm not changing my stance.
Well, I'm definitely gonna bring her up more often up here, especially when I have time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just because we walked around the city, we had lunch after here.
Okay.
No.
Saw the picture. So
Like 4 different phone numbers. Just walking to the car.
No,
It was like 3
easy
blocks
peasy,
away.
lemon squeezy. To walking in the city,
Mhm.
so easy.
Mm-hmm.
So on the side note, I went out to dinner, lunch with Samantha yesterday, and had to yell at this crazy old dude.
Dunch.
Ooh.
Yeah,
it
we went
Dutch.
Dutch. She paid her half with smiles and kisses.
What went down?
So for people, I have a pit bull, and she's the sweetest girl in the world. But she has a weird thing where she'll let people pet her back with no problem. But 90% of people, she won't let. Like when she first meets you, she won't let you pet her face. It's like she dodges it. But after a while, she'll get used to you, and then it's fine. But initially, very few people who's ever met her would be like, all right, grab her face. So I'm out there eating tacos with her. She's sitting down next to me. And these girls pop up. They're like, oh, she's so beautiful. Let's take a picture. And they're trying to pet. And Samantha's just dodging them. Just dodging their hands. Like, no, not touching my face. So I was like, yo, don't take offense to it. Like, she doesn't like strangers touching her face initially. But you could, like, she'll let you pet her back and, like, her back of her neck and stuff like that. She'll
Her neck, her back.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to say the rest of that. So we go on, and then like I know there was a guy sitting not too far from me, but he's not far enough where he couldn't hear what I said, and I'm not whispering to these girls. And
Were you yelling at them?
no, I wasn't yelling at them. But then he comes up, right, and then he tries to touch her too. Like he goes, he doesn't like kneel down, but first he puts his hand down, and she dodges it, and then you can see him hand moving. So I'm not paying attention. Like, oh, she doesn't like people touching her face, and then like I look away for a second, then I turn back around. He is like holding my dog's face.
Oh.
And I'm like, yo, what
No.
the fuck? Like, I raised my voice, like, yo, back the fuck off my dog.
Uh-huh.
And I was kind of pissed that my Samantha, like, she doesn't really do anything. She doesn't bark or anything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I kind of wish she would get violent. But I'm like, yo, back the fuck off my
No,
dog.
but it's good because she's pit bull mix. So
Yeah. Well, once I yelled at him, the waitress came to the door. And then he just stood up staring at me. And I'm staring at him. And I'm like, am I about to fight in South Arlington right now? About to get into
so
a
were the
fist fight?
girls still there?
No, they
petting the
they're
dog?
walking by.
Oh,
So we're on
okay.
the sidewalk. They're walking by. And they're like, oh, it's a dog. Blah, blah, blah,
I
blah.
wasn't sure if you was trying to get in on that. Like,
No, they walked
oh.
away. Like like it was the girls walked by, saw her, walked away, and then he came through like after he got done eating or whatever he was doing at the table,
I just don't understand.
grabbing my
Just because
dog's
a dog
face.
is out, you don't just go up and start messing with the dog.
Hey, just grab
It's
his
like a
face.
baby. I'm not gonna go up to some random baby and you're so cute.
You guys don't do that and shake them around?
Yeah.
Yeah, me either.
mean-
But he couldn't. Maybe he wasn't like all there in the head.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking because
Fair.
once we sort of had to stare down, I'm like, is this about to fight?
Was
Like,
his eye like twitching? Was he like?
no, like he stood like once I because I went like I wasn't like yo back the fuck up. I like raised my voice and said that, and he stood up, and I like set my chair back. I'm like yo, is this about to go down?
And you're just like eyeing him up, like
Yeah,
Did you say sorry?
But no, easily. It may have been in my head it was like a minute, but it was easily like maybe 2-3 seconds of just staring each other like straight in the eye.
the tumbleweeds roll down.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he just like backed up and then walked away. And the waitress was there watching the whole time. She comes out like, yo, did you know him? I'm like, bitch, it look like I know him.
Yeah,
No, fucking crazy ass people in South Arlington.
weird.
The shit get weird.
Good food. Well, South Arlington, North Arlington's got good food.
And the taco was alright. I mean, it was over by UTA. You know what I mean? It was alright.
College food, cheap.
Wait, that's
Taco spot.
Alright.
That's kind of North Arlington.
Is it North Arlington? I still call it like kind of South
It's north
Arlington.
of 20. It's in between 20 and 30.
Yeah, it's right there by UTA. Like it has like the pizzeria and it has that like a little. Middle
Yeah,
Eastern
Nita
spot.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's some bums around there too. You gotta watch out.
Yeah, but I mean,
Let me. There's Bethany's is a good spot over there.
Where's
Maybe like
Bethany's?
Boba. It's like
well,
boba,
Dino's. I
Asian
wanted to go to
food.
Dino's, but
Oh,
also-
Dino's.
All
Dino's.
this Arlington talk, and I'm just. I don't know any of it.
You get out, explore.
You gotta go come down to Alton, come to the hood.
Take your
Oh.
girl to
Get away from White Rock.
Dino's. It's very, very
Yo,
good.
that sandwiches are
Oh.
delicious.
It's
Yeah.
a sub sandwich
I hate
place, hole in the
sandwiches.
wall.
What? Never mind.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot
We're
of
looking for a third host for the show, guys.
but you like Vietnamese food, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of good spots out there.
Okay. That I would go for.
There's so much like different cultures out there that have so much good food out there. It's ridiculous. Like it's all packed into like anywhere you turn. It's like a
So weird.
big
There's a lot
like
of good Middle Eastern spots out there.
oh
too.
yeah, Middle Eastern
Mm-hmm.
stuff, Mediterranean food. There's really good Vietnamese food. Get yourself some. You don't like sandwiches, but they have the banh mi. It's like the little
Just
like,
get the soups. Stick with the soups.
yeah, all sorts of good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
That
But
we
we are
appreciate
actually a beer show,
Yeah.
not a food
Obviously,
show.
we are
Contrary
hungry,
to popular
but-
belief.
Yeah.
But we have today the Victory Golden Monkey.
I already like it. I like the name.
It's a Belgian
Yeah.
style triple with added spice. The added spice is actually extra alcohol because it's 9.5%. So let me pass this down.
You know I gotta chug this beer, and it's not working out for me right now.
So I'm saying you drink the other beers out of the bottle, save the glass, you're good.
I'm just not in the mood to chug today.
So Golden Monkey is from a brewery called Victory, which has a lot of good stuff. So when I first started drinking beers,
Oh, you fucking asshole. So
What'd you
wheat
do?
beer.
got a lot of good beers. They have a really good stout. It's called Storm King Stout. Really strong beer, and really tasty.
Yeah, I feel like I've had this one and I liked it, so I'm excited to try and see.
Yeah. Well, once Victor pounds that down, we'll group chug this.
Did you shake your beer up?
So I actually recently they have another one that's, I guess with the whole sour craze that's been going on. They have the Golden
Damn
Monkey
you, Martin
Sour.
House.
Is really good. It's a different taste, but really good overall. So let's get a little sample, everybody.
Salud.
Salud.
You drink it already? Thank you for the cheers.
I was
She
excited.
don't speak Spanish. She's just like, whatever you guys say.
Yeah.
She is Mexican.
Yeah, well, it's all right.
So what do you guys
Yeah.
think?
Definitely. Is it a wheat beer?
It is. It's a Belgian style triple. So it's got like it's got a wheatiness to
I
it.
actually feel like it doesn't have a ton of flavor.
Yeah.
It's
How would
just
you
a little
describe
bit
it? What do you get from it?
Water with some sugar in it.
Water with sugar in it.
Water
And
and
that's
sugar.
the spice.
Yep.
That's the added
There you
spice.
go.
So I've been trying to, every time I go, I was telling Kirsty earlier, every time I go to try to get new beers for the show, I keep Kirsty in mind because I'm trying to find the sweet spot that Kirsty likes for the beers, like what kind of style and stuff. And I forget which one you really liked that we had before. You liked
I really liked
the Golden
the-
Drock.
Yes. Yeah, that was really good.
So Kirsty's got expensive taste. That's like
well-
$20
she
for
I
like
like
a 4
ales.
pack.
I like
She likes
the
ales.
bitters, the lagers. I'm huge. Those are my favorite, or lagers for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I had mentioned before the show I tried Four Corners Main Brew last night, and that was delicious.
Tasty.
I'll have to bring it sometime.
If anyone is interested, Victory Brewing Company suggests for food pairings with this beer, sheep's milk cheeses and seafood.
Oh, cheese
I can
and
see
seafood.
some oysters going with this.
I
I
get
don't
the
think they have oysters up that way.
kind of tanginess on the back end. That
Yeah.
little kick.
Yeah.
So you get like a lot of the spice. I can't really get the spice when I taste it.
Well, I mean, it's not my forte. It tastes good. It's I wouldn't say tastes good. It definitely tastes like
A beer I can drink.
the beer you could drink. You definitely.
One
But
time.
The sour doesn't taste anything like this, really. Like it's got the same color and kind of appearance. It's a little bit less. This isn't really that cloudy. You can see the little floaties in there, but
Yeah.
it's
I'll tell you,
it's a lot like more filtered and it's got real sour taste.
I'll tell you this. Shout out to Manhattan Projects Brewery. Last week they had every beer they had brought on the show was absolutely delicious.
Carl.
I'm
So,
sad I missed out on that one.
so whenever they open their brew house, I'm pretty sure. Oh, we could go find a bar that has some of their stuff in it. You know, that has really good beer. I think you like some of their stuff.
Yeah.
Very impressive. I never have yet to go to a brewery outside of Manhattan Project or have them bring something in of different styles. And me, I like all of them. The IPA, the ale they had, the porter they had, and I kept calling it the stout porter, whatever. I like them all.
I'll be interested to try it just because I want to see how many local breweries I really like. Because Bitter Sisters is definitely my favorite across the board. So I want to see how Manhattan Project compares because I've never had any of their beers.
Yeah, but this is good too. I
They're
mean,
getting
man, these
popular real
these
quick.
beer breweries are getting better and better.
Over the weekend?
Yeah. we
Oh, yeah.
What did you guys
went
think of the Bitter Sisters?
on
Brewery?
Saturday?
Good beer.
Yeah,
Good
really
beer.
good beer.
My only
Was-
recommendation is that I can't wait for them to expand their stuff. It's
Yeah.
kind of just like it's definitely a spot where you go drink before going somewhere.
Yeah, because it was pretty. There wasn't much to it, just an open area to get your beers and drink. Just sit and drink.
Good beer
So,
though. I
Yeah.
think we
Yeah.
tried almost everything they had on tap.
Yeah, except no, we did try everything. I lie. Yeah, I liked it all.
Because they're a
So
bunch of drunks.
Alkies.
Bunch of
You know?
alkies.
it was a Saturday. I
ain't
didn't have
got
to
nowhere else to
work.
go.
You know.
I ain't got no wife, so
Y'all need Jesus. That's all I gotta say. No, I'm just playing.
yeah, I'm
But-
need Jesus.
But so I
Where
don't know
were
if you
you?
heard.
Yeah, were you at church?
I
Is
was
that where you
praying,
were?
guys. That's where I was at.
Yeah.
No, I was at the YMCA in downtown Fort Worth. So I was contemplating going and swimming. I decided not to because we got there a little bit late. And I was sitting in like the. So you know when you go to the YMCA.
Wait, so where's all the pictures for people who don't follow Drew on social media, Kinetics? He has some pictures of his him and his daughter. What was that at? Was it at the Y? Where was that?
Is that Amy's parents' house? Maybe.
Did I post it? No, I didn't post any from there. I only have one picture of Gabriel and his. That was at Amy's parents' house. What are you talking about?
See, I know
Amy
him.
posted that. Yeah,
I
Oh,
go
Amy
to
posted
their
that.
house.
Amy posted that.
Don't follow Amy
Yeah.
on social media. Only follow Kinetics.
No, you can follow her too. Make her feel popular. This is the only one I got. They were down there at the pool.
Oh yeah.
He could feel
So,
popular. Your
anyways.
wife is a very well-known, successful woman.
Very famous, very insta famous. But no, so I'm sitting there and we're in the YMCA in the pool area, and you know how you go into a pool, it's like hot and humid, and then there are people in the pool like, oh, the water feels great, and I'm like, I'm over here just sweating, and I'm a very easy sweater, if you will.
Easy sweater.
I'm prone to sweating, and so I'm standing there just like dying.
And that was indoors, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
indoors.
okay. Just had to
So,
make sure.
Saturday was hot though.
Yeah.
Saturday was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was getting my sweat on. That's what I did.
Why didn't you get in the pool? Is it because I feel like YMCA pools are probably really dirty?
I mean, it didn't look dirty, and I'm not like a big germaphobe, so it wouldn't have bugged me. But I don't know. I was planning on either having the baby or something or other. So we didn't get in the pool that day. The next day we did. That's when the pictures came out. So my daughter had her first experience in the pool, like actually getting in. And she loved it. So it was
Not
real cool.
surprised.
She was splashing around, digging it. So
Yeah, most babies. I find it rare to find a baby that doesn't like the water.
I don't trust them. They don't like the water. I
Yeah,
don't trust
I
them.
don't trust them.
No, so it surprised me. I learned to swim when I was like 3, I think, and I was pretty
call
young,
bullshit.
And
I call bullshit.
no, for real, I
Just
was.
like doggy paddling?
I still remember like having the floaties and going in, and somebody, they took the floaties off, and my mom would hold me and have somebody, one of her friends, and she would push us a little bit and tell us swim over to her.
Do you
swim
remember
over
that,
her.
or you remember the story?
No, I remember it. I totally remember it.
I need something. I need Final Cut. The movie with Robert Williams that he looks at people's
Ooh.
memories. I need that.
Yeah.
I need that machine to pop up right now so
No,
we can look at.
I remember
That's
it.
a good movie.
I totally remember it. And
That
I'm not
was
saying
a
it's
very
bullshit.
underrated movie.
Yeah.
I love to swim. I love to swim. But so I was telling Amy, like, I want to get her in the water, as soon as we
ASAP.
can, and have her swim. So because Amy's family, I was surprised when I go. They have a pool because they recently bought a house out in Azle, and they have a pool. It's a pretty nice
Stop
pool.
giving out
Pretty
info.
big, out there in the general Azle, greater Azle area.
Such a big county.
There's a lot of land out there, but their pool, and then we'd all get in, and a lot of Amy's family, like her brothers and stuff, like they can sort of swim, but they're not like comfortable swimmers. I'm like, really? Like I'm over here like thinking, I don't know, just in my head, I don't know if it's just my own personal bias because I know how to swim pretty well. I'm like, I think everybody knows how to swim, and so I'm like, you don't know how to swim?
Oh.
You
You're
don't know how to
that dick
dive
that's
in the
like,
pool?
you don't know how to swim? God.
I wasn't
stupid.
judging.
Fucking hipster over here.
Oh, swimming makes me a hipster. Ziggy, back me up here. Do you know how to swim?
But I mean, kinda.
To survive. Exactly.
Yeah, I
See?
can not drown. I can
Okay,
do
there
that.
you go.
We don't even believe in ourselves now
I'm
because
so-
you're
I
so
don't know,
proud
but I
of your
was-
swimming.
All I know is this: how most people learn how to swim is you jump in the pool, you drown a few times.
Oh damn! You
A few
resuscitate.
times, yeah.
You know, you make it to the top, and then you figure out how to get a comfortable rhythm going,
Yeah.
and you're not panicking. Then you stay on top, and then that's swimming. You
I
know what I
know.
mean?
So once you get it down, like it's so.
None
And
of us- none of us-
I'm not trying to brag here.
No
but
one's
I'm-
doing the strokes. Like I
Yeah.
got perfect form coming over. Like get out of here. Everybody
still
doing
do
that. The paddle,
I
yeah.
just-
Like I got this.
I just want to stay up.
Oh really?
I do remember when I was like 3 or 4 going to a family reunion and thinking that I could swim and going to the pool, and there were only like 2 other people there.
You sunk.
And I was like, yeah, I can swim. And so I jumped in. No, I wasn't even jumping in. I was walking down the stairs and slipped off of a stair and immediately was above my head. And I was like, oh, no. But my dad was there. And so my dad rescued me from dying and does not let me forget it. Like once a year, we'll get in like an argument. And he'll be like, oh, yeah? Well, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me. It's like, what do you mean? Like you and mom getting together? He's like, no, you'd be dead if I hadn't saved you. Thank you.
You're
Thank
bragging because you didn't let me drown, Dad.
That's your fucking job.
Because you did your job. Exactly.
parental duties.
Does he bring that up every Father's Day? Like, I better get a damn good gift because I saved your life.
You know what?
milk
It
it.
is Father's Day this Sunday, and we'll talk about. I can talk about this. I do not know what to get my father because he
Nobody
doesn't
does.
wear ties, and it makes me so angry.
I better not get a tie.
For Christmas,
Get-
for his
everybody
birthday,
get Andrew a tie
for
for
Father's
Father's Day.
Day.
The worst tie.
I don't know. And I thought a couple years ago that I got him like the perfect Christmas gift because he had been talking about this obscure like George C. Scott movie from the 70s where he didn't even remember the name of it. He was just like, George C. Scott is this gangster who's out of the life, but he gets roped into doing one last job. And so I looked it up and I found it, and I found a DVD copy.
Swordfish.
Oh, dang.
Funny enough, it's actually called The Last Run. Clever title for someone who's making their last run. And so I buy this, and I get it for him, and I get it shipped like express, so we'll get there on time, and I wrap it up really fancy, and he opens it like on Christmas Eve, and he's like, oh, you found the movie. That's cool. And then just moves on to the next thing.
Oh my, yo, my
worst.
God!
Why?
I swear to God!
That is the worst.
Oh my God!
Is that
I
not
hate
how
trying-
dads are, though? Like, on
yes.
the inside, he could have been like crying, like, "Oh my God,
I don't need
forever,"
tears.
But
I
it's
do
just-
not need tears.
I
just
want
need-
acknowledgement.
cool.
I want
Thank you, thank you. Oh my God!
That's
there's-
what you got your mom for.
So I,
Dad show no emotion.
Yeah, no. Listen,
Right.
listen. Listen, so for once I started making decent money where I could splurge and get him gifts, I got certain items for my mother for Mother's Day and her birthday. I did the same thing for my stepfather. I was like, I go out and make sure I get these things that they want, like they wanted from their childhood or things I can't afford, I could afford. I go out there and I hunt them down and I get it from them. And my mother, she like, yo, I really appreciate it, blah, blah, blah. She doesn't, no one cry. I don't need tears and I don't
Yeah.
need like forever affirmation about it.
yeah.
You know? But my pops were like, yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Yeah, and I will say, Victor is a very thoughtful gift giver because I've seen some of the gifts he's given at work, and he's very thoughtful and he thinks about it, and he's very good at giving gifts. So that would be frustrating if you give it to him, you're like, okay, so but you liked it, right? Yeah,
No, it's good.
Yeah,
it's
cool.
good.
It's cool. Sorry.
My father is a very stoic man, like little to no emotion. There's no peaks, there's no valleys. There is just, yep.
One time he
Yeah.
broke his toe, and he was just like, oh, it's broken.
Yeah.
That's it.
Pain. Yeah, I'm in pain
Walked
right
3
now.
miles home.
He tells. Listen, oh my God, he tells the same story forever. Listen, my stepfather's very quiet, very serious man. Like everybody's scared of him when he's sober. He drinks, happiest man in the fucking world. Like he's the complete opposite of a drunk. Like you imagine a drunk like being mean and shit. He's super quiet, super mean, sober. Drunk, happiest fucking man in the world. So he tells the same story of how he popped his Achilles and how he drove all the way home. Like he made it through. I'm fucking 12 years old. It's like, you didn't help me. I'm like 12 and 13 years old. Like I couldn't drive because you couldn't drive. I'm like,
I couldn't, but
My bad.
You didn't offer.
You didn't show me how to drive. It's like I made all the way.
Maybe that's why he can't show emotion when you give him a gift. He's like happy, and then he thinks of that moment. And he's like,
He had to
"Fuck
drive all the way
you."
from the Bronx to
That
back
would-
to Queens.
that would actually be a scarier story. It's like I let a 12-year-old drive me home with an
yeah.
Achilles,
Especially
which is
in New
scarier,
York.
you know.
Ooh.
Oh man, he tells that same Achilles stories all the time. He's like, I drove all the way from the Bronx to Queens, New York. I popped my Achilles. It was my right foot too.
It's my gassing foot, you know what I'm saying? Oh, so I got two things to say about like the gift giving stuff because my mom is a very good gift receiver. So you get her something and she's like, "Oh my God, this is perfect. I love it. Thank you." And very, that. And so on the other end, me when I get gifts, like internally, I'm like, "This is badass," but I kind of internalize it. And so I somebody gives me a good gift and I really like it, and I'll say, "Wow!" I'm like, "Whoa, this is nice," because I feel like I'm obligated to say that. So I give him the outward recognition, but I always feel like it's kind of awkward and kind of fake to just be like, "Whoa, this is great,"
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing.
I'm not, but it's the same. I feel like that's a very guy thing. You don't want to be like too much if that's not your personality. You like, "Oh my fucking God, it's the greatest gift ever." You don't go too much.
It's true. And the second thing is, I got a gift for Gabriel, my son, and I'm over here thinking it's gonna be badass. He's really gonna love it.
No, it's kids. I would have
Give
told you
to
this
him.
before. You.
Yeah.
Kids
Real quick.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just
About
like,
anything.
"Oh." He looks at it like, "Okay," and goes to like the next gift at Christmas. And he's over here with like piles of gifts. So I'm just like,
The best way to
Worked so hard
know
on
if
that.
someone truly loves your gift is, especially on Christmas when they're getting multiple gifts, is at the end, if they go to your gift first to mess with it, then you know, especially with guys, because they aren't as vocal, that I gave you a gift, you open something else, but in the end, you come back to mine.
I don't want. So I had this talk with this. I'm always meeting girls. I'm always like trying to figure out like just meeting girls and talking to them. So there's one girl I was talking to, right? Like I enjoy giving gifts, and I give things that you need. I don't buy jewelry. I don't buy things like that. But I bought a few things for this girl because we were talking, and I just from like she needed it. Bam, I got you.
yeah,
It's not like I dropped like 2 bricks or anything like that. It was just a little bit of here. I got you. And she was like, "Why you do that?" It's like I like giving gifts. So she in return did the same thing. Or in general, when people do that to me, I hate receiving gifts. I
Why?
hate.
this guy won't even let me buy him coffee.
Well, yeah, what if it's a good gift and something simple? Because coffee,
I like simple. I like little things that you can use.
still a gift.
But Christmas things, I'm the worst at Christmas because I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
You feel expected
That's
to
true.
like really to
That's what I'm saying, I
reciprocate
agree
the
with you on
emotion,
that.
like kind of just like, wow, even though you maybe internally you really do like it. I mean, for
fucking
me,
love it. Like,
yeah.
especially
Yeah.
things like maybe it'd be video games. I'm really into games, or
Yeah.
I'm really into anime. So they buy me like an anime box set or
Yeah.
a movie. I'm just like, oh shit, that shit's tight. But
Yeah.
that's it. Like, that shit's tight.
No, is because I frequently get like movies and stuff for holidays, and so is it we can't receive that because like we think it's so cool, but also we can't watch it like right now because there's other people, and so it's like, can you leave so I can use your gift?
Like,
Well,
Like it's awesome,
done with you
and I
now.
want to use it, but you're here like wasting my time now.
That's what you tell them. They're like, he really fucking loves that kid. Everybody, get out.
Damn.
Well,
Let Ziggy enjoy this.
You can't do it either because I got a video game once for Christmas. Like my birthday and Christmas, the same thing. And so my one of my girlfriends I was living with at the time, she bought me like all out like, let's say Xbox One, but it was PlayStation. I don't want to brag about it. It was a PlayStation 3. It came out. She bought me mad games, and I was mad excited. And I started playing it like immediately. Like I said thank you, bam, put it up. I'm out. I'm in there.
You stiff armed her and like, ugh.
I'm in there. And she was like, damn, it's like that. Like I get a thank you.
Yeah, but this is the outward showing of my thank you.
Y'all see me right now?
No, you
I'm in
should turn around and be like, huh? Can't get playing.
Nah, like it took her like 30 minutes. I put everything together, and she was like, "So it's like that."
But I mean, for real, what did she expect?
I don't fucking know. All I know is I got mad excited. I was like, "Yo, all right, thank you, pop." I'm in there.
Yeah.
Put it on the TV.
Dang.
If somebody would have done that to my gift, I'd be like, oh, I fucking love it. Now I'm just sit back and just, man, I gave a good gift.
Don't-
And just really
yeah.
soaked in
Appreciate
the
it.
admiration
Like,
of
damn,
the
I'm
gift.
good.
Don't blame me. You're the one who bought me the thing that's going to compete with your time. It's your fault.
Heard that. I heard that for sure.
Fuck yeah.
So, okay, I got a question. I know, me personally, what's y'all's favorite Christmas time that y'all have? Do y'all have like one that sticks
Like
out?
memory?
Yeah, like memory, like greatest gifts you've got, or like the best experience of Christmas you guys have had. What's
It's June.
No, but I got.
Nah.
We're talking about gifts and giving it out.
Well, I
and
guess
I
let's
got
just go
in my
gifts
head.
in general, like the most
Gifts.
memorable gifts. We
Yeah.
don't do Christmas.
That we've received.
Mine's Christmas, but I'll tell you why. Go ahead.
Let's
Is
start
it
it
a gift
off.
that
Go
we've
ahead.
received?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You already
start
have
out
a
then,
memory
'cause
of
I
it. Go
gotta
ahead,
think.
start it off.
So I remember. Okay, so people that don't know me, I have this thing with wanting to find out my gifts before I get them. And it's not so much that I want to know; it's like the thrill of like hunting it down and trying to find it. So when I'm a little kid,
You have no
right?
patience. That's what it is.
To a certain extent, yeah. And so I would go. My mom knows this about me, so I would go and search like where the apartment, the house, whatever we were living in at the time, and I would go try to find like my gifts. And she knows that, and so she would hide them. And so me being the sleuthy detective I am, I went and checked in the car, the trunk of the car my mom had. Stole the key, borrowed the keys real quick and popped it. And I was like,
Oh, you stole it. Don't say borrow.
I put it in my bag. I didn't got to drive the car. If I stole the car, I stole the car. But that's different, right? So I popped the hood, or the trunk of the car, and it was just like the. And there in that trunk, and this was probably like around 2000, 2001, somewhere in that ballpark, maybe 99. Had a N64 little pack thing going with like. The 2-controller pack
Oh, I
and
forgot you were
games.
an N64 person.
And I had there was a Game Boy Color with Pokemon Red and Pokemon
Damn,
Blue.
you got money.
Dang, shoot.
My mom, we were pretty poor, right? So my mom balled out that Christmas.
Nah,
and we
shout out to
had-
moms.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
those were the two main things. There was other things as well, like pajama pants and stuff like that, and when socks or
But
whatnot.
games last forever.
But those things, yeah, I still
Shout
to
out
this
to
day
moms on
have that
that.
Game Boy
Yeah.
Color, and so yeah, that was my greatest one that I remember. So I don't know about you guys.
Yay.
Anybody else?
Nah,
Can
man,
you guys follow that?
No, I can't follow that. See, I'm the type of person. Even when I was a kid, I don't care. Like I care about gifts, but not caring about knowing. Like I have a type of personality. Is like, all right, you tell me. Oh, you don't want to tell me? Fine. If that sucks. I want to know, but fuck it. I'll move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I never really looked into gifts. Like, oh, you got me this, blah blah blah. Never did that searching thing. But fucking gifts that lasted forever. I can't remember if it was my birthday or it was Christmas. But similar thing. So it's a combination. It must have been my birthday. I got PlayStation 1, the original PlayStation, for maybe my birthday. I can't remember. But I remember getting it, and we had just the demo games. Right? My mom, we were poor too, but my mom would do the best she can to give me what I wanted. All year she work it out and do the best I can. I remember she got me a Sega when I was like 5, Sega Genesis. Love that shit. But I remember she got me the PlayStation, only demo games. And I didn't complain about it. I was like, I just played the shit out of all these demo games.
Yeah, so you get like a
But-
little part and you got to restart it.
Yeah, you only got like 1 or 2 levels in there. I played the shit, like Crash Bandicoot.
But you master it. So.
Yeah, mad games, the racing games and shit like that, and whatever's on the demo disc. So that Christmas, so it's a combination too. So that my godfather, I was gonna say my grandfather, but my godfather, at the time he had his own house. He knew I had a PlayStation, and this is maybe. It wasn't brand new like PlayStation just came out. It was maybe 98, 97. PlayStation's been around for a little bit. And he went and got Metal Gear Solid for Christmas. And that's kind of like my memory, only because not just the game, I really wanted it. He's like, yo, pick a game here. I was like, I wanted that. Metal Gear Solid, I didn't know anything about it. It just looked cool. It had a guy with a gun, blah. Boom.
Beginning of a journey.
Yo, we took it home. He got a little excited too because he started like reading the little thing. He said, yo, let's put it on. It's Christmas. You already know what you got. We're going to play it. We stayed up all night. We played it, and I didn't play it. He played it, and he beat it, and I watched, and I was super excited.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
dumb excited. And I became a love of a franchise I play to this day. But, yeah, man, that's kind of my favorite gifts. Like, me and my
I think that
godfather played.
extends to also the fact that you didn't play with him all night. Played the game with him all night.
Kind of like
Yeah.
he kept trying to pass the controller to me. I was like, nah, go,
No,
go.
keep going.
Yeah.
You're good at this. You're good at this, and I'm enjoying this.
Yeah.
You see it.
Yeah.
Nah. Like, yo, you want to try? Nah, yeah.
Well, sometimes they're doing so good, you don't want to. Because I do the same thing with my brother when we're playing games together. I'll just let him do it.
Nah, you got this. I'm watching. I'm enjoying it. But
Yeah.
I've never seen a game like that. Mind you, prior to that, you got Turtles in Time.
Wow.
You got
good
fucking
stuff.
fighters. You got
Donkey Kong.
I never played Donkey Kong, but I got into like the original Super Mario.
You played Donkey Kong?
Not Mario, Donkey Kong 64 and
Super Nintendo.
Nah, I never played it. Never played it. Never got into it. I was a
stuff.
Sega kid.
Oh, true.
Oh yeah.
Play Aladdin?
I played Aladdin on
Well,
Sega.
Aladdin was really good.
That shit was
good.
legit.
Yeah. 101 Dalmatians was good too.
Yeah, it was legit too. And then Lion King gets stuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's part a combination of the PlayStation that for my birthday or whatever my mom got it for. Maybe it was Christmas too. I don't know, because it kind of opened everything early.
Yeah. You say Christmas. I'm going to say it's Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean,
about
my
you,
birthday's
Christy?
in December.
I love that we keep going with video games because mine was actually this last Christmas. My family was very poor growing up. I didn't get that many gifts. And then Kaylin this last year bought me a
that's
PS4.
right. Oh.
Yes, I have
And you
never
almost didn't
been
get
so
it.
spoiled.
Can you tell us a story about how you almost didn't get this PS4?
I almost didn't get it because I was trying to talk myself out of actually wanting one. Like, I don't
Trying to
need
be
it.
cool.
Yeah, we have all the other consoles. And so anyway, I told Kaylin this around the time that she bought it. And she was like, oh, well, I was going to get that for Christmas, but since you don't want it, I guess that's fine. I got you something else. And I was like, wait, no.
Well, she came to work the next day. She's like, I just fucking shot myself in the foot.
Because I really want to play Spider-Man that comes out at the end of the year, and now I'm fucked. But, yeah, she surprised me. She had bought it. And, I'd never been so spoiled before in my life, so I was very happy
Your
about
wife
that.
loves you, and I know you love your wife a lot. So
Yes.
that's
So
amazing.
We keep buying each other video games and
Hey.
consoles.
That's love.
That's where all
That's
our
love.
money
That's
I got
digital love.
I got a twist on this.
Yeah.
But Ziggy, you got a good memory on gifts?
No.
No, that's good.
I have some, but they're not like great.
Did you get a bottle of that liquor you were talking about?
I did from my cousin a couple years ago. She had asked, because on that side of the family, we all, once you're of college age or out of college, you get put in a drawing, and so everyone only gets gifts for one person, and it's not like a one-on-one. Like, I'm not getting gifts for Gary, and then he's getting for me. I'm just getting gifts for Gary, and then someone
Yeah,
else
like
is-
Secret
Yeah.
Santa style.
That's
Kind of, yeah. And so my cousin asked me, because I was there in July, what do you want? And so I said, booze. And so she got me a home brew kit, and that was the same Christmas that I found out I can't really drink anymore that much. And so it's like, I really appreciate it. I'm sorry I'm not going to get to use it for me, at least, but it was
Make
a
it for the
great
fans.
thought.
But it
Thank
was
you
a
very
good
much.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why we have Ziggy on the show.
He mixes all the finest brews, which we drink pregame.
Yeah, these have all
Do
been
these
his.
fine programming.
That's why I'm always stuttering. No, so here's a twist on it. I tell the story all the time. I love both my grandmothers. Both are very different women. One beat me all the time. The other one tried to spoil me, but she was poor too. She couldn't.
Good
But-
cop, bad cop. I think is what they call it.
Kind of, yeah. So I love them both to death. They're both very different people. But my Puerto Rican grandmother, she did this every summer. She had 7 grandkids that lived kind of nearby her or with her all the time.
She give you some sugar cane.
No. Here's the deal. She used to do this. She used to get like this big old magazine of gifts. And she was like, yo, listen, I want you in Spanish, but I need you to go through this magazine and circle what you want, and I'm going to get it. I'm going to get this for you.
Did you have to initial it? So you knew it was
Yeah, you circle, you put like circle. My family called me Mike. I'll circle it, Mike. Blah 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 blah. And I'll do a few little gifts here and there. I'm like, I want that toy. I want this. I want that.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, yo, I'm gonna get that and put that on layaway. People who don't know what layaway is, you put something, you order it.
That's for
then
4
you,
people and paid over time.
yeah, and you pay it over time. And I was like, I got you. And she did this with all the grandkids. And then by the time Christmas comes, it's like, yo, listen, it's not done yet, but I'm gonna get it for you. I got it a week from now. And then New Year's come a week from now. I'm still working on it. A week from now. By February, when she start giving up on it, it's like she's like a week from now. And then February comes, she won't bring it up again, and we just move on because we're kids.
Oh.
We forget. And then by summertime come around, get that magazine back out, a new one. Bye, yo, get what you want.
You're like, wait.
No, I didn't catch on. Like, yo, I was a kid. I was maybe 5 or 6 when it first started. I didn't catch on until I was like 9. Like I was about to get in.
Dang.
I was about like what? What's 9-year-old?
She had a good system
4 or
going.
5-year-old for 5th grade, 4 or 5. Like what is that?
9.
9 would be...
Fourth
so
grade.
Gabriel's getting ready to turn 7. He's in 1st. It's like 3rd.
Third, 4th grade. I didn't catch on to 3rd or 4th grade. That that, yo, she ain't never gonna get these gifts.
Let us not forget how brutal this is, because she, at this point, has told other people, no, I'm going to get that for him. So all the stuff that you really, really want, you aren't getting from her,
No.
and you aren't getting from anybody else.
You should
that
have a-
sucks.
You should have had a running list, and you should have came to collect and be like,
Yeah,
I got a
right?
list right here
My
that says
grandma.
I wanted this, this, and this, and this. It don't
No.
make this
At
much.
your
so you can pay me
graduation,
in cash
you
for
just
that.
show up with a binder.
For the things I never got.
And a lawyer.
No, but that was my Christmas and birthday things that my grandmother did. I fucking love it to death, but it was fucking, when you think about it, it's hilarious.
That's
Yeah.
fucked up. At the heart of it all. That's pretty
Yo, no,
delicious.
I got you. I got this. And every time you ask her, yo, grandma, where's it at?
It's in the mail. It's in the mail.
No, she'd be like, yo, it's still at the store. You know, I got backed up on bills. You know what I mean?
you understand,
Puerto
too.
Rican
You
parents,
understand,
we're
yeah.
honest. We know what
Yeah.
the bills is. We backed up.
Yeah.
Puerto Rican
Yeah.
parents are just straight honest. Like, yo, listen, I ain't got the money right now.
We
Yeah.
broke.
You don't you go about it and you move on as a kid. But yo, I started thinking about that. I was like, yo, I look back and that's fucking hilarious. every year, every summer that I feel, we'd be like, yo, listen, I want this, and we talk about it. Yo, that toy when it comes in from my it's gonna be
It's that
lit.
hope that kept you guys going. That's
Yo, it's gonna be awesome. We'll be in the
smart,
streets, just us.
but fucked up. So we got any good news topics coming through, Ziggy? What do we have on the news front this week?
I have some pretty great ones, guys. Let's start. I'll give you a choice. Do you want a raccoon, a porpoise, or lollipops?
Oh
Ooh,
shit!
I don't know. Lollipops sound tempting, and so
I'm kind of confused with a lollipop. What's going on with the lollipop?
I'm down with lollipop. Let's do lollipop.
Texas police seize 600 pounds of meth-laced lollipops.
No.
Wow.
This is on CNN from Tuesday. Police investigating a reported burglary have seized almost $1 million worth of methamphetamine-laced lollipops.
No way.
that
Six-
sounds delicious.
600 pounds of the homemade candy drug mixture melted into various shapes, including Batman and Star Wars figures, were discovered in a Houston home.
That's the most ingenious idea.
No,
I've heard in a while.
no. This is
Come
not
on.
Florida. This is not.
Do you guys want to see some pictures?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. That's
Wow.
the
Those are so
whole,
festive.
Yeah. And let's
Wow.
let's see if I can't scroll down here.
I'm just saying, as someone who doesn't do meth in lollipop form is more attractive.
Is
to
that a
me.
butterfly I see?
Yeah.
Oh, is that
Something
a
like
Hello
that.
Kitty bow?
Look at
Is that
Yeah.
chocolate?
Wow.
Is that chocolate?
It
I
looks
would-
like it,
Looks-
doesn't it?
Yeah.
That looks tasty.
What
I would
it
have
taste
one.
Like?
Yo, I wonder how they
Meth.
found out it was methamphetamine. Did the cop lick it? But yeah, that's meth.
Yeah. What made them find
A
out?
little suspicious.
Let me see here.
But nah, chill. This ain't Florida, man. Get out of here. Why is that not marijuana
I
laced?
just think that is a crazy enough story to come from Florida.
I got one that I
Florida.
heard.
Facts.
A concerned neighbor called police Monday to report that a house was being burglarized. When officers arrived on the scene, they discovered a male and female removing the lollipops from the home. They had so many narcotics in their vehicle they couldn't close the back hatch of their car. Lieutenant Ruben Diaz said in a press conference Tuesday.
That could be a good problem to have. I mean, depending on the person. But
They should have just kept the lollipops there. I don't understand.
Why you need to fill the trunk? Just get what you need. You're two
Yeah.
people.
greedy. They're
Who
greedy.
needs 300 pounds of methamphetamine?
You're probably tweaking, man.
Well, I'm talking about they're trying to steal it, right? They don't have enough room for all of it. Like, just
It's a lot of pounds.
yo,
in the
just
car.
grab like 5 bagfuls and
That-
dip out.
The car was gonna be a lowrider by the time they were done.
But why
You'd
is
think
that
they would have
marijuana laced?
concentrated more on hiding their setup. Like, their drugs, they could throw into a trash bag, someone's just robbing them.
It was
Hide it.
it was evident they were making these in the kitchen, said Lieutenant Diaz.
Oh wow!
They should have
Got
concentrated
some
on
beautiful
the kitchen.
like flower molds and stuff in the kitchen.
Oh,
So
wow.
there was a story that came up. I saw on my Facebook feed probably about like 2-3 days ago. A guy in Arlington. I don't know if you can pull this up. You might be able to search for it. A guy in Arlington got caught with in an apartment complex. Some Vietnamese guy. He had like over, I want to say like 20,000 pills that appeared to be Xanax to police, and like X amount of pounds of like marijuana in his home or in his apartment, and it got discovered because a maintenance worker came through and he saw a green leafy substance, and it smelled like marijuana.
He snitched.
And well, he's a maintenance worker, so he reported it to like the
Yo, you mind your business. You mind your business. Be like, all right, the department looks good. I'm out.
right. It looks good, smells good. I'm out. But so he reported it to. Yeah, he could just grab what he wanted and left. I mean, whatever.
Yo,
It was 70,000.
70,000. I knew it was. I was on the lower end. I want to say 60,000, but I didn't want to go that high. I didn't want to overshoot my boundaries.
Yo,
there.
but why people snitching? Listen,
How much marijuana was there?
22 pounds.
22 pounds. That's a lot. For
yo,
an
straight
apartment.
snitching. You know you're gonna get shot now, right?
Yeah.
That guy's gonna get
I
shot
would
now.
agree that if I was that maintenance worker, I would have kept my mouth shut.
I'll be like, yo,
Like,
that's
it's not
a lot of
affecting
drugs.
me.
I ain't getting killed in these streets for this shit.
So here's the kicker, though. He could have avoided and maybe moved all his product before the fact of like the maintenance check-in because they had put out flyers to the community, or the apartment complex, knowing that they were going to have maintenance check-ins for, whatever stuff. And when they had the people coming in and executing the search warrant that they got, they found that crumpled flyer in the trash.
Oh.
So
Well, he was high at the time, so
Could have been.
That's
I don't
my
know if it was
excuse.
high, but why you
Speculation at this
snitching,
point.
man?
Yeah.
Listen, if I see anything with anybody with 22 pounds of any type of illegal narcotics, I'll be like, yo, listen, I ain't telling shit unless they come and ask me. Like,
Well,
yo,
this-
they got the
does-
firepower to back it up there.
well, I don't have the firepower, yo.
No,
Listen,
they do.
I'm just saying they might have someone come get me. I'm like, yo, listen.
They also found 4 handguns. Am I right? Or 4 handguns in the.
Yeah, I would have.
I would have been like, yo, unless the cops be like, yo, listen, I know you in that place. What's up? I'm like, I don't know nothing until then.
I plead the 5th.
He was hiding it when
Dave
I went
Chappelle.
in there.
But yeah, craziness.
Nah.
It's a lot of money right there
But
tied
I
up. and
am.
stuff.
I live in apartments, and I'm always paranoid of maintenance coming in and finding something.
All your
I don't
weed.
even. Yeah, pretty much. But no, I don't. I don't
Mad
have
weed.
anything in
Mad
the
weed, son.
apartment.
80 pounds.
But I'm afraid they'll even be like, it was too dirty. There was something on the ground.
It's none of their
I
fucking
didn't
business.
like it.
They
Yeah.
had like a write up. Half-eaten pizza on the floor.
Yeah.
My only concern is people
Exactly.
going through shit. You know,
I mean, it's my stuff.
It's my
you
shit.
know? And
I
you
mean-
pay to
Well,
live
it's an
there.
apartment though, so it's like there's a line between it all.
they can't go through my shit. They could go through like you see like where the things they need to. Like if I have some apartments have the heaters,
Yeah.
like the water heaters in there.
Mhm.
Bam, that's your access. That's where you need to go check. But you don't go through my drawers and shit.
True,
Mm-hmm.
but depending on what kind of maintenance they were trying to do, maybe it could have been like a general overall maintenance.
Well, a lot
check
of times
for
they're trying to
the-
see if there's anything that you fucked up the apartment. You gotta
True.
do some random
Like, oh,
pets.
Yeah.
Keep that security deposit. They don't
Yeah.
fuck to the wall over
They
here.
done fucked up the wall. They got pets in here. They didn't pay no security deposit on.
True.
So
they-
usually, if it's like an all over the complex, my complex only does that when they're checking like the fire systems, making sure the alarms still work.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the only time they do
Well-
a mass entrance.
I just don't want
So-
people to go through my shit and they notice like, yo, then they judge me.
True.
Yo, is that-
Yeah.
Yo, is that nigga in that apartment that got all that shit in there?
I don't have to worry about that. I'm in a house right now, but the people across the street have a pony. A mini pony.
Yo,
A
you
miniature
sent that
pony.
video.
Miniature
Yeah,
pony.
you sent that video that group
Oh.
chat.
We went on a walk around like the neighborhood with the dogs and the baby and everybody. Gabriel's riding a scooter. Came back around, did a couple laps, and then come back through. And across the street, there's the miniature pony just
That damn pony.
grazing on some grass right there in the front yard. And then my wife's sister was like, "Oh, what the hell?" It scared me because you just like turn and look.
Yeah.
They're just like grazing.
Why,
Like, hey.
why is that a thing now? Like
I-
miniature ponies have become very popular.
I gotta say, I live in like a Mexican majority neighborhood.
I was gonna ask if she was
That's
white.
part.
I
That's
thought
part
it
of a. I don't know. They ride that shit up and down the street. So
The little pony.
little miniature pony.
It's gonna break.
You mean a donkey?
No, it's a little girl rides it.
Oh, okay.
It's little kids ride it. It's not like a.
But isn't a miniature pony just a donkey? Like the same size? Like, am I wrong
mean,
about
there's,
that?
I don't know.
like,
I don't wanna label
similar
people.
sizes,
What's the
but
size of
they're
a donkey
not-
then? What's a donkey?
Donkey.
is different from miniature.
Donkey's a donkey, but if you
Donkey's
have a.
like the midway point between a miniature pony and a full-grown horse.
So like a little bigger. Donkeys are bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from my understanding. So I think we have time for one more news story before we got to wrap up.
What do you got
What
for
do
us?
you got?
Is there a selection?
Do you want bank robbery or raccoon?
I'm kind of leaning towards raccoon because
Yeah,
they
he's
are
mentioned
like
it twice.
I know, he keeps talking about-
trash
They're
bandits.
both really good, so either one.
Do we have time for both?
I can read the headline of the one that we don't do.
All right, let's do the
Okay.
raccoon and then
Do
read
raccoon.
Okay.
read the headline of the other one first.
Okay, the headline of the other one first is "Man who robbed bank to escape wife is given house arrest as punishment."
Yo, is that the old white guy with a beard?
Really?
Yep,
Oh my god, that kid is fucking.
that's a good
You're
one.
on it.
But
Oh my god.
this raccoon news is from the Bangor Daily News out of Maine. Mainer attacked by rabid raccoon, drowns it in puddle. Yes, yes. While jogging on a familiar overgrown wooded trail near her home on a recent warm afternoon, Rachel Borch thought to herself, "What a beautiful day." Little did she know she was about to be attacked by a rabid raccoon she would end up killing with her bare hands.
And drowning in a puddle?
Yes.
Wow.
In
That's
the midst,
kinda boss,
in the
though.
midst of appreciating the weather and scenery, she looked ahead and noticed a raccoon obstructing the narrow footpath, baring its teeth. Suddenly,
She walked towards it.
Suddenly, it began bounding toward her, Borch recalled Wednesday afternoon. "I knew instantly it had to be rabid." What felt like a split second later, the furry animal was at her feet. Borch said she was dancing around it, trying to figure out what to do. And I quote, "Imagine the Tasmanian devil," she said. "It was terrifying."
This has to be a grown man, like a woman man.
I want to give a shout out to her survival instincts because
Yeah.
I've always wondered in those split seconds when something's like life or death and that fight or flight kind of instinct kicks in. I always wonder what will I do depending on the situation. Like you kick that, like you punt the raccoon.
Drown a any creature in a puddle. Like,
Was
oh
it-
shit, the puddle right here. Let me put my face
So,
in it.
was it raining?
So this is the crazy part. It was not raining. It was a sunny day.
beautiful sunny
Figuring she would have the greatest ability to defend herself if she used her hands, she grabbed a hold of it. The raccoon then sank its teeth into Borch's thumb and wouldn't let go.
So she's rabid now. She's dead.
In a matter of seconds, Borch, who could not unhinge the raccoon's jaws, noticed that she had dropped her phone into a puddle of water and that it was fully submerged. And I quote, "I didn't think I could strangle the raccoon with my bare hands," she remembers thinking, "but holding it under the water might do the trick. With my thumb in its mouth, I just pushed its head down into the muck and held it there."
Until it died.
Wow.
Like a minute later. What the fuck?
Borch said she held it there for what felt like an eternity until finally it stopped struggling and its arms sort of fell to the side, its chest still heaving really slowly.
Now I just feel bad for the raccoon. You're giving too much detail.
Nah, fuck that raccoon,
Yeah.
son. You gotta take that motherfucker out. But
Story of glory right there.
listen, for anybody out there, I've been raised by rabid dogs, like because I have family members.
You were raised by rabid dogs?
Chill.
Yeah,
Let me take that statement back.
correct this.
Chill.
Retract that.
Chill. I people in the neighborhood raise fighting dogs.
There you go. There you go.
Okay,
A little bit
other
different.
people in the
Yeah.
Whole different context.
Yeah. So I've been around fighting dogs, and you don't put your hands nowhere near them. Because if they get any creature, that main defense is their fucking bite. Yeah, you don't put your hands on them.
What if they come at you?
You defend yourself. You know what I mean? But you don't put your hands on them until they can bite you.
Well, so I've got some questions about the story.
But they
Go ahead, go
whoa,
ahead.
keep going.
I'm sorry. There's a great quote in here that I didn't see before. Bort said, "If there hadn't been water on the ground, I don't know what I would have done. It really was just dumb luck. I've never killed an animal with my bare hands before. I'm a vegetarian. It was self-defense."
That guilt is getting to her.
I was kind of half wondering if raccoon was on the menu for dinner, but apparently not. She went home and had a nice kale salad, and
She's probably gonna become vegan now to kind of
But
make
so
herself feel better about
No,
it.
what's
here's what I'm wondering though.
Ziggy.
Here's what I'm wondering though. He was okay. Did they confirm that it was a rabid raccoon?
Yes, they
Okay,
did.
they confirmed it was a rabid raccoon. So there's not like a big survival rate for being infected
if you
with.
get it quick.
Well, probably if you get it quick,
No,
right?
you get your rabies
she
shots.
should be fine.
But I'm saying like that's scary. I don't know. That's
Oh,
what
I would
scares
still
me
be scared
because
shitless,
there's not a,
but
like if you have a
she's
full blown
fine.
rabies and
But
it's
the
not a
thing about
good
she won't
tried
have
it
rate.
full blown
before,
rabies.
yeah.
They know the creature's rabid, and they're
Yeah.
gonna treat her for it, and then they're gonna monitor her
That's
for a few
scary.
months.
That's to me. That's scarier than AIDS. That's just like I'm
Scarier?
Yes.
Oh, no,
Rab-
nothing's
rabies is
scarier
quick,
than
man.
HIV.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
rabies after
Nice.
about like
The survival rate is way less.
well, after a certain amount of time, the survival rate is 0 because
Yeah.
they can no longer cure it, so
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
will die from it. I
Yeah.
think it's about a week if they don't catch
But
it.
No,
I
but
don't
they
know.
know.
Rabies.
They
Rabies
know
would be a
immediately.
terrible
They
death.
treated her immediately, and
Yeah.
they monitored her for a few months.
Yeah,
I don't
and
want
that's the
that.
thing with animal bites
either.
and stuff. There's actually a story of a kid that got rabies at Six Flags. What had happened was
Texas?
there was there was this was I think in the
On the Joker?
90s. Well, what
Fuck that
happened was
rat.
there was a rabid bat. And when animals are rabid, if they're nocturnal, they spend a lot of time in the day. Like they're
It flips.
Flip.
yeah,
Yeah.
their behavior changes, and so this like teenager picked up this what he thought was a piece of trash on the ground, and what it was a rabbit bat, and it bit him,
That's trash.
and he didn't think about it, but then he got sick, and they didn't realize what the problem was, and he didn't necessarily recall the bat being
Well,
it
at that
being a
point,
bat that
as
bit
in
him
when you're sick
until it
and-
was too late,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then he
At any point, if you get bit by any animal, just
Yeah.
go check yourself.
Well, that's what I mean. My family members and my friends and family, they were like, "Yo, if any animal bites you, you let us know."
Yeah.
Any reason, it would be a rat, it would be a dog, whatever it is. You know,
Never know.
you just come tell us.
Yeah.
Well, and I didn't know until later in life that it was because like, yo, they concerned about like rabies and shit. Like the moment you get bit, they're like, "Ah, shit, we gonna take him to the
Did you
doctor."
realize that when you watch Cujo?
Nah,
Like,
fuck
oh,
Cujo.
shit.
Nah, chill. I did not watch Cujo. I was super scared of Cujo because there was big ass dogs in the neighborhood.
It's a good
Yo,
movie.
chill.
You know what freaked me out when I was little? That movie, and I don't know if it's called, I don't know, is it Contagion? The one with the monkey. Where the monkey
28
had-
days later.
Is that it?
Yeah, when the monkey, the
No, 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 it's a
environmentalists
different
come
one.
save
It's
him.
way before that. Way before that. Before 28 days later and 28 weeks later. It's before that. It was someone.
Oh, it was
a monkey in the plane.
Contagion, something like that. because
Contagion,
they-
right?
When they go
And
to the school
and they're on a plane and somebody sneezes and you see like little spores go out. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that like freaked me out. I saw that when I was little. That freaked
so
me
it
out.
starts in a town. It's about how
Fucking-
virus spreads, and I forgot the actor.
the Andromeda strain.
Huh?
I don't know.
What'd you say?
The Andromeda strain,
No.
where they bring in all the virologists to.
It might be, but I don't know if that would
Bring
did
it
they
up.
make a
I don't
movie
think
about
it
it.
is. I don't think it is. It's something to
I
do
don't know.
with like virus or
I
contagion.
feel like
or
Contagion is a newer movie though. So
Right.
that's why I'm
Oh
like, I'm
yeah,
wondering-
that's the one with
Yeah.
the reporter, right, and the little house thing. Is that the one
I
I'm
didn't
thinking
watch
of?
it.
Contagion. All right.
But I know what it is.
The, what
I
are
don't
you
know.
talking
We
about?
got
But I
like
don't-
2 minutes left.
You mean
so.
apartment
Oh,
complex?
okay.
Hold on, Ziggy got this. We got 3
Ziggy
minutes.
got it.
Hold on. We got 3 minutes.
Let's get it.
It was.
Nah,
a,
it was
I
a-
didn't watch. So I didn't. I wasn't. I'm not scared of horror movies, but I'm scared of realistic things.
Yeah.
So Cujo was
sure.
really realistic in my
I've never
world.
seen Cujo.
In my world.
Oh, you should.
I'll-
Maybe it's Outbreak.
No, did you
yeah.
see a picture of it? No. Yes.
Yeah,
Outbreak.
I think that's it.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
No, yeah, it is Outbreak because then they go to the school and they lock it down. He's wearing those yellow suits and shit.
Freaked me
yeah.
out. Freaked me out.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not like as a kid. I watch it. I watch Hellraiser, Friday the 13th. I watch Nightmare on Elm Street. Yo, I watched all that stuff as a kid. None of it scared me. You know, I didn't sleep with the light. Like there had to be a light somewhere. You know, I'm 5 years old. You know, I'm not stupid. I gotta get the light on.
Bitch,
Light keep
they
me
coulda
safe.
got me. I'm not
like,
stupid.
Yeah, like keep you safe. But
I'm not stupid though.
you know, but like really low, like murder movies
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
Cujo. When I realized that, because like when Cujo was out before I was like 5, you know, they came out in the 80s.
Yeah.
And I saw like just a little bit of Cujo. I was like, nah, chill, turn that off.
Would you ever name your dog Cujo?
Nah, chill.
But
Chill.
Cujo doesn't. It didn't scare me because I just feel like I could snap its neck
Nah. Listen,
like that raccoon.
at 5 years old, I seen dogs.
kill.
I
Yeah.
seen dogs weigh 60 pounds take down things that weighed over 300 pounds. Like, yo, listen, dogs who like any creature that's really out to get you, even if that at like 50 pounds, whatever, yo, they gonna get you. Like, yo, I don't play that. I seen dogs take down big ass things. Little dogs, like, nah, I don't play
Little
that.
Yorkies.
Well,
Not Yorkies. I'm not talking about that small.
Here's how you deal with it. And I want to say shout out to R.I.P. to Adam West, who passed away
Fuck
recently.
Adam West.
But
Worst Batman
as
ever.
long as you have a
Okay,
utility
shit.
belt with all the proper repellents, I mean, he was prepared for a shark repellent.
Yeah.
So
Yo,
if you
had
have
that-
like
no,
a
no, no,
Cujo
no, no.
repellent, you
he had a
sprayed
spray.
it on.
He had a thank you.
It was a repellent, but he sprayed it on, and the Cujo would be gone.
I
So-
wish I could be like Adam West.
I know,
Nobody
me
wants to be
too.
Adam West.
Yeah.
Nobody wants.
Victor.
The worst
Anyway.
Batman ever.
Anyways,
We will
yes.
move this time on
Let's give
to
our
talk
plugs.
about our plugs. You can find me on Facebook, Andrew Franklin, or Kinetics on Instagram with a Z at the end. How
And
about
you
you?
can find me on Instagram at Sarah Skatarn. And maybe I'll be coming back to Facebook. We'll see.
What?
We'll see.
We'll
What?
see.
This is we should have been talking about this earlier. Man, come back to Facebook. I like that. Well, you can find me on Facebook, Victor Santana. I'm chugging the beer on my profile.
Dallas Beer Talk.
Always Dallas Beer Talk. And you also find me on Santana148 on Instagram. Apparently, I do have a Snapchat. I keep forgetting about that, but I don't know the name. So fuck that shit.
Search for him. What about you, Ziggy? Do you believe in social media?
I don't do social media because it is stupid, but you can catch me every Thursday at 8:30 at the Backdoor Comedy Club. You can catch me every Saturday at 8 and 10:15 at the Backdoor, where I will be hosting the late show. And guys, I got a real plug this week. I'm excited.
Is it real? Are you sure it's
I'm
real?
excited about it. Yeah.
All right, tell us about it.
I just wrapped up a shoot with Shaquille O'Neal. I'm pretty
Really?
excited. I got to meet the round mound of rebounds nemesis.
Shaqtin' a Fool?
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was really fun. It's crazy. We were over in Japan. Shaq was playing an ancient Japanese warrior with a mystic sword. It was pretty neat.
Was it Kazinga?
Samurai Shaq.
Ah.
Look for that on Toonami coming out
Toonami.
next year in January, guys. I'm pretty
will be
excited for that
searching
release
for that.
date.
Y'all keep a lookout for that. Yo, listen, guys, man, this has been a good episode. The beer this week, we did not really focus on it. We apologize on that. But
Victory, Golden Monkey.
Yo,
Beautiful beer.
check out that brewery, Victory. Yo, we love you guys.
You can tell how good it was by how much we're slurring.
Yeah, and we're talking about Cujo. Yo, love you guys. Everybody have a good weekend. I'll holler at you later.
Dallas Beer Talk.
All right, kids. Does everyone know what time it is? Yeah! That's right. It's time for a...